Hey, what's up, everybody?
You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and globally, events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might flash a little. Get addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clock it. They don't wanna miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, everybody. Welcome again. Welcome back again. One more again to the hood table. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day and a great start to the beginning of the week. Well, actually, the week don't start till Monday. But anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? Today, is it tonight? Oh my God, it's been a long day already. Late afternoon, early evening. How's everybody doing? Anyway, make sure you hit the like button on your way in. Share the live if you like, and also subscribe to the channel if you already not are not already subscribed to the channel. I gotta show you guys something though. I posted this video earlier, but I'm gonna play this video. This little clip of what happened to me this morning when I walked outside of my house today. So 1 second. Hey, good morning, y'all. Happy Sunday. I'm just checking out this car that somebody left in my yard. Seeing if any dead bodies in there. I don't know whose car it is, but they left it all up in my yard. Got some buckets in the back with some towels. The interior is kind of tore up. I don't see nothing else in there. But yeah, somebody dumped their car, ditched their car last night in the middle of the night in my yard. I don't even know what kind of car it is. Y'all car people out there, let me know what kind of car it is, because there's no name on the car, as if it was taken off. See the rims, y'all? Maybe since they ditched it on my property, I can have it and sell it. Y'all recognize the place, y'all? There's no name on the car. I mean, there's no make, model on the car. Let me go from the street so y'all can show y'all how far this car ditched themselves in my yard. Like, they just didn't pull up. They just didn't pull up in the grass off the curb. Okay, I'm way out in the street. So y'all see how far that car is up in my yard? And I have no idea whose car it is. Uh-oh, there go the popos. Popos just pulled up because I sure called the cops. I don't know who car it is, but it ain't about to stay here. and they felt comfortable enough to pull all the way up in my yard. Hi, officer. Well, this is the car that was. I woke up this morning and this car was left here. I didn't see much inside. I think it's unlocked, but I didn't want to touch it. It's plated. Plates expire in August, but I don't recognize the car. I can't believe somebody had the audacity to park all the way up in my yard. Right. And then the funny thing is, my son and my son's car was in the driveway, but he left for work. So I guess they didn't park behind him. They parked in the grass, not to block him in. But he don't know whose car it is.
What time did he leave?
He left about 15 minutes ago because he had to be at work at 10.
All right. So this car was not.
That's mine. That was in the garage.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I happened to come out and I'm like, hold on, whose car is this? Yeah. My son said, I don't know. I thought you knew. So,
I think the name.
Yeah, I do.
Family friend or?
That's a friend.
Live on James.
That's
where I can.
Number for her, maybe give her a call.
Oh wow! So somebody I know dumped their car in my yard without telling me. Okay, all right. Well, thanks for solving that mystery. Still, they could have called and
at least
gave me a heads up because I was about to have the thing towed.
You know the address?
That's ridiculous. Right over there.
Okay.
Like that house right there, that brown house. Right. You can see it right through the grass. Ain't that crazy? I'm about to call somebody and get him a tongue lashing for real. So I don't know why they left their car in my yard. In my grass though. Right. I don't even park in my own grass. So okay, we found out whose car it is, y'all. So don't send out the APB. All right, thank you for coming out and figuring out that problem. But yeah, well, I don't know who left it here though, because I would think if it was my friend, they would have told me.
Told you, right?
You know, people just don't jump cars in friends' yards,
right,
without telling them. Yep. So I don't know. I'll call her.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll call her.
Call us back if you need us.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Y'all. Child. Who does that? I'm about to call somebody and cuss them out. Like, and they probably watching me right now on Facebook Live. Like, you dump your car in my yard. Didn't tell me or told. Ain't that something? I wouldn't dump my car in somebody's yard that I know, no matter how much I know them, without giving somebody the heads up that my car is there. So anyway, y'all, I'm about to go and figure out what they gonna do with this. Why would they leave their car in my yard? That is so strange. Black people, we have to do better. We have to do better. I'm about to go around this corner on James Street and figure out what the hell is going on and why somebody's car is parked in my damn yard. In my grass. They couldn't park it like on the curb. We got plenty of curb. All right, y'all. Y'all have a rest of the day. This just I guess I'm not so upset anymore since I know who the car belongs to. But I'm still just like, why the hell is the car? Why is y'all car here in my park, in my grass? I don't do the cars parking in grass shit. I know I live in the hood, but damn. Hey, everybody. So that was my morning excitement this morning. Sunday morning, y'all. Hey, Empress Lisa, I saw your comments on the last video. Man, do y'all know how pissed off I was? Y'all have no idea how pissed off I was. Like, I know I live in the hood and all, But it is such a pet peeve. It is an eyesore when I see people have cars parked on their grass, on their lawn. I pay to get my yard mowed every 10 days. I've been having the same lawn guy, the same lawn service for so long. I can't even count the years. It's past like 7 years. So I don't know how many years, but I've been having the same lawn service. I ain't got the most immaculate lawn out there. You know, I am in the hood. There's cars around here on bricks, cars that be broke down on flats and all kind of stuff. But I cannot stand to see people with cars in their yard, in their grass. And so when I woke up this morning and saw that car, I didn't recognize the car. I did not recognize the car. Honest to God, on my mother and grandmother in heaven, I did not recognize the car. So I called the cops because I'm like, hold up, I gotta leave. I gotta go handle business. I'm gonna be out running errands for hours. And there's this unknown vehicle parked on my lawn, not in front of the house, on my lawn. Just ghetto. Yes, Sadie, what's up? Just ghetto. And so I called the cops because my son's like, I don't know who car it is. He about to go to work. I'm like, well, I can't just leave an unknown car parked in my yard like this. I mean, what if the car was used to commit a crime or what? I'm like, it could be a dead body. I don't know. Drugs in the truck. Y'all know. I do a lot of TV reviews on a lot of different shows and, you know, commentary on a lot of things in the world going on. So my mind went straight to, why is this car here? Is there something in the trunk? Because I was looking all in the mirror, in the window, trying to see something in the car. So I called the cops because I'm like, okay, I don't know who car this is. I couldn't even think at the top of I'm like, there's nobody that I could think of that would dump a car in my yard that I know who would feel that comfortable to dump a car in my yard, in my grass, in my lawn. And so I just called the cops because I'm thinking some random person ditched the car and took off. I didn't know what to think. So I called the cops. The cops come out. I was live on Facebook because I'm like, first of all, I want to see who car this is. So I'm thinking people were sharing the live. They're like, who parked that car in my homegirl yard? It was all kind of people sharing the live. Like, who parked that car in my homegirl? Come get your ish. People were sharing the live like, oh my God. So the cops came out and they ran the tags. And I didn't even know. I forgot that I gave them the plates over the phone when I called them. So when they got there, they had already ran the tag. So they walked up to me and I bleeped out the name, well, the last name, because you know I have to edit on YouTube, and it's kind of hard to edit on this new editing system on YouTube and pinpoint it right to where you want. But I did get the last name off and the address of the person who owns the car. But they was like, do you know a such and such who lives at such and such? And I said, yeah, I know such and such who lives at such and such. And they said, well, that's who the car is coming back to. And I'm thinking in my head, okay, I know them and I know them really well, but I still don't recognize the car. So I'm still thinking, who did they really dump the car? Did somebody else, like, why wouldn't they tell me, like, call and say, Tanya, can I have your permission to dump my car in your yard? And it might sound petty. I know it probably sounds petty, but I know some people who are just like me who don't like vehicles parked on their lawn. I mean, I think it's so tacky. And sometimes, you know, people who live in the hood, that's just like, hey, you in the hood. You know, what does it matter? You in the hood. I'm like, no, it doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter. And then we have so much space on the street. Like, it's probably enough room for 6-7 cars in front of my house on the street. And they couldn't park on the street. So I was kind of upset about that. So I called, I made some phone calls, trying to find out what's going on. Why is such and such car here, because the cops was like, do you want us to go to the address that's registered on the car and knock on their door and ask them why they parked? I was like, nope, because I don't even know what's going on. I still don't know what's going on. I mean, you just don't wake up every day and a car is parked all the way up in your grass, all the way up in your yard without no explanation. So I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, no, I don't want to send the cops to nobody's house. I'll call and try to find out what's going on. And so I called, and it's a long story, and I don't want to put all their business out there. I don't want to put all their business out there. Why they parked the car in my yard? But I know the cops was pretty suspicious because they was like, "Are you sure you don't want us to go to the house that's registered to the car?" And I was like, "Nope. I handle it myself. And so basically, regardless of the explanation that they gave me why their car was there, I was still upset because you didn't get permission. And I'm sorry, but I can't think of nobody off the top of my head, and I know a lot of people who wouldn't mind me coming to park my big old SUV up in their yard in the middle of the night while they are sleeping and just leave it without no permission, without no phone call, no text, no email. Just leave it. And there's plenty of space on the street to park. Like, who does that? I would never do nothing like that. Just park my car in the grass. Now there's been times where it's been, I'm driving around with my homies and stuff, and we deep, and we want to, jump in one car because we all trailing each other, and we park our car somewhere just on a block in a neighborhood on a block. It's been times where we just hey, park your car, get out, jump in, but that's on the block, that's on the street, that's public, that's, you know what I mean? So I was like, am I too upset? Like, was I too upset? And I asked my son, I said, am I mad for no reason? He was like, no, I think you got a right to be upset, Mom. I'm like, I really do think. And I'm like, am I dragging it out? Right, said, just because you live in the hood doesn't mean you got to be ghetto. And I mean, there's abandoned houses near me, boarded up houses. I mean, I live right in the hood. Well, there's a lot of hoods in Omaha, regardless of how small the city is compared to bigger metropolitan areas. For the size of Omaha, it's a nice size for a smaller city. But so we have a lot of hoods, from here to South Omaha, East Omaha. But yeah, so I was like, am I getting upset for no reason? And then once I found out whose car it was, okay, let me get to that part. Once I found out whose car it was, I called. Okay, let me back up. Okay, yesterday, the people on Facebook, y'all saw me posting my barbecue pictures because I was grilling yesterday. So the people on Facebook, y'all know, if y'all saw my post, I was grilling yesterday. I posted the finished food and all that kind of stuff. And hey, Coles World, hey, hon. And I had posted it on Facebook. So a lot of people who saw my post on Facebook, they know I was grilling. So I was grilling like all day. It's hot. It's 100 in hell outside. Like, it's hot here in Omaha. So after I grilled, I brought all the food in. My sons, they eating, whatever, taking plates home. My son that don't live here, normal routine. And I lie down in the bed and I doze off. I didn't mean to doze off. I dozed off because I must have been really tired. And I didn't wake up until around midnight. So when I woke up around midnight last night, I jumped on YouTube to see if some of my favorite YouTubers was online. And then I started editing some videos from my other YouTube channels. And so while I was up editing videos and watching other YouTubers, I get a phone call around 1 something in the morning, but it's not a phone number that I have saved. So I didn't have no idea who it was. So I didn't answer. So around 1 something in the morning, I did get a phone call. I did not answer it because I didn't know who it was. And I'm thinking, oh, they got the wrong number. You know, whoever it is that's calling me, they got the wrong number. And if it's emergency, they'll call back. But nobody ever called back. So then I stayed up like, oh my God, who was live last night? Tracy was live. James was live. I can't remember who else was live. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, that's somebody was at the door. That was my youngest son. But anyway, so I wake up this morning. And I get up like normal around 10 something, and went, no, it was earlier than that because my son had to be at work at 10. So I know it was probably like 9:40 or something. We both walk outside. He's like, Mom, about to go. Love you, bye. I'm like, well, leave the door open. I'm right behind you because I need to go run some errands. And he goes outside. He didn't even pay attention to the car. His car was parked right next to the car, but he didn't pay attention to the car because he just assumed that I knew the car was there. So he just assumed that whoever car is parked there, I know that person. So he jumped in his car. He's about to leave. And I turn around after locking the door and turn on the alarm. And I'm walking down the stairs. And I immediately see the car in my grass on my lawn. And I'm like, hold on, wait, don't leave. Who car is this? And my son's like, I don't know who car that is. I don't know. I thought you knew. He's on his way to work and about to be late. So he's like, I don't know, Mom. I got to go to work. So he leaves. And I'm like, should I just leave and leave this car here in my grass? In my grass on my lawn. And I was like, no, I can't just leave my house because I don't know who car this is. If it was used in a crime, if something's in the car, I don't know. So I'm like, I call the cops. I call the cops, and I don't like to call the cops unless it's like emergencies. But I was like, I'm not leaving this car here in my yard. I don't know who the car belongs to. I don't know who the car belongs to. It could be a good person. It could be a bad person. I don't know who the car belongs to. So anyhow, I call the cops. I'm live on Facebook. The cops pull up. They roll up. Hey, what's going on? I'm like, this car is what's going on. I don't know who car this is. Could you please remove it from my property? They was like, they said they can have it towed. They can have it towed, but they had already ran the plates before they got there. Because when I called, I was upset. I've been asking people, did I have a right to be upset? I think I did. Some people might think otherwise. I don't give a damn. But I was upset because, again, I'm not going to take my car and park it in nobody's lawn. Like nobody's lawn. That's the key word. Lawn. How many people would just go over somebody's house in the middle of the night and park their car all the way up to somebody's house in their lawn and leave it there? And you got all this street on both sides to park a car in the street. So I was upset. So the cops already ran the place. So when they got there, that's when they asked me, do you know such and such who stay on such and such street? I said, yeah, I know them. I know that name. I know that address. But I still didn't recognize the car. So that's why when they said, do you want us to go over to their house and ask them questions? And I was like, no, don't do that. I don't want nobody. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. I still don't know why the car is here and not at their own house, in front of their own house, in their own driveway. So I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, I don't want to turn around and be like, sure, go over to their house, find out what's going on. And the next day I know somebody come out in handcuffs because something that I didn't know. So I was like, no, I'll handle it. So I call and find out, and like I said, I'm not gonna put out the explanation they gave me. But I'll just say that I kept calling and calling and calling and calling and texting and leaving messages, and nobody was responding to me. And I'm like, come get your car. If you need somewhere to park your car, park it on the street. If you absolutely need somewhere to park this car, park it on the street. Get it out my yard. Get out my grass. It's an eyesore. I hate seeing cars parked in people's lawns. I hate it. And that's something that happens in the hood. I see it all the time. Riding through the hood, you know, in my city, I see it from time to time. People got cars parked up, 1, 2, 3, 4 cars, just parked all in the lawn. And I'm like, no, I don't do that. I can't stand it. I hate it. It's a pet peeve. So I wasn't just upset that somebody put their car in my lawn without telling me, without permission, but I was also upset because I've been calling for hours and hours and hours, and come to find out the person who dropped the car and dished it in my yard, that was the person who called me at 1 something in the morning when I didn't answer the call because I didn't recognize the number. That person had a new number and I didn't have it saved, so I didn't answer the phone. So I guess they were calling me to ask me permission if they could leave the car in my lawn. Like, I still don't get why they couldn't just park it on the freaking street. It wasn't like there was cars lined up on both sides of the street and there was nowhere to park. So I still don't understand why they didn't. But then I didn't even get a chance to speak to them because after I called and called and called, it felt like I was harassing somebody. I didn't start feeling like I was harassing somebody. So I find out from somebody else where the person is who left a car in my yard. And so I roll up and I'm like, the person's on the phone saying, go in there, go knock on the door. They should be in there. And I'm like, I ain't knocking on nobody's door. I don't know these people's house, whoever these people's house, where this person is. And so I was just on the horn. I was just honking my ass off. I know all the neighbors on the block are like, who the hell is this out there honking like she's fucking crazy? So finally, a female come out looking all crazy like she about to do something. You know how you walk out the house, you mad somebody came to your house, and it's like I don't know what was supposed to happen, but she came out the house looking like she wanted some business. Lord, today I was like, I rolled the window down while she was looking all mean, mugging me and stuff, like trying to be intimidating. It's such and such there. She didn't say nothing. She turned around and such came to the door. Could you please come get your goddamn car out of my damn yard? And I just sped off. I went home, came home. Car was still there. Came in the house. I was in the house about 30 minutes. Somebody texted me, is the car gone yet? I don't know. Let me go check. Looked outside. The car was gone. Car was gone. Off my lawn. And again, some people would be like, I don't know why you were so upset. So what? Somebody dropped their car off and left it in your lawn overnight. It was all in your beautiful grass. And there's plenty of street. Oh, well, they didn't have to park in the street. Why? What's the big deal? And then the fact that I was being ignored like a bill collector for hours. Like, I'm calling, leaving messages. Come get your car out my grass. Park it on the street. If you need somewhere to park it, park on the street. Just move it out my grass, out my lawn. It's tacky. It's ghetto. Just because you live in the hood don't mean you have to be ghetto. You know, because there is a difference between hood and ghetto. It's a difference. It might be a thin line, but it's still a difference. So I'm like, I was so irritated. I was just so irritated. I was like, man, I need to pour me a drink. I had to pour me a drink on that one. I was like, you know what? I need to vent. So that's what I'm doing. I'm venting. And the person came and got their car out my lawn and didn't call, didn't text, didn't knock on the door, didn't ring the doorbell. They just took the car and they left. So I'm like, I don't know. So that's why I'm like, man, I need to see. Did I drag it out? Did I really drag it out? I'm like, I don't feel like I drug it out, but you know, again, some people might feel like I straight drugged it out. When I'm checking my messages. Oh wow, they still protesting this weekend. There's another protest today in Omaha. Have y'all been protesting? Like, I know people are protesting everywhere. Who called me? Oh, dang. Another cousin. My family is just blowing me up. I have people calling me from out of town. Because, see, the thing was, I was live this morning on Facebook. So people was calling me from out of town. What's going on? Whose car is in your yard? I mean, my friends were sharing the live on Facebook. Who left their car in my homegirl yard? You know, and it make it so bad when I realized who the people was that left the car. I still didn't recognize the car. I'm like, I couldn't tell this car from, I mean, this car could have been anywhere in the United States. And it wouldn't have looked familiar to me at all. I totally had no idea whose car it was. And it wasn't something in the car that made me be like, oh, this is such and such car. See, when it comes to vehicles, if your car has, like my car has personalized plates, cake art, because I'm a personal cake decorator. So if your car got personalized plates or got something specialized on it, like, I don't know, something that just stands out, or I see it all the time, I ain't gonna just know your car out in the street somewhere. I'm not. It's just too many damn cars out there. But anywho, so I have to return some phone calls, but I didn't feel like explaining to everybody what was going on after it happened. I didn't feel like explaining to each individual over and over again what was going on. But just like Cedric said, just because you live in the hood doesn't mean you got to be hood. And I'm going to say there are times when I am hood because I can go from 0 to 1,000 in 2.5 seconds and go from straight, acting like the most proper speaking person you want to know, civilized, sweet, and dainty, and all that kind of stuff, and go ratchet in like 2.5 seconds if somebody, you know, take me there. But overall, I'm not like that. I'm just like, no, I'm just tired. Whatever. What's up? What's going on? How you doing? What's up? Let's kick it. Let's go. You know, that's just me. Friendly and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, people is trying me today. And that's why I named the live Is It 2021 Yet? Because so much stuff is going on all over the world. And we've been on curfew. A lot of places have been on curfew. They took us off curfew. Well, we're supposed to be on curfew this weekend from Friday to Sunday, Friday and Saturday. And we were supposed to be in by 10 to 6 a.m. in the morning. But after Friday went smoothly, our mayor, Jane Stothard, she raised the curfew. They was like, oh, since y'all protested peacefully on Friday, we not gonna give it a curfew on Saturday. So y'all can stay out all night. Saturday, y'all can do whatever you want. Saturday, no curfew. Man, when I tell you, the people was protesting in packs last night. It got deep. It got chunky. I heard they was all over. I fell asleep after I finished grilling. I fell asleep, didn't wake back up till midnight. So I had no idea what was going on. But they said a lot of people was out protesting last night, and there's still people protesting today. I just got a text message from somebody saying Matter of fact, let me read this. Oh my God. A woman sentenced to probation for overdose death of her toddler? And all she got was probation? Huh. Missing Nebraska prison inmate arrested in Texas after a chase. Wow, there's all kind of stuff going on. Okay. Let me click on this link about the protesters. Okay, so the protest was in the Old Market last night in Omaha. Last weekend, like a week and a half ago, on top of the George Floyd protests and all the other people who've been, killed at the hand of police, we also was protesting here in Omaha because a young man, a 22-year-old, had been killed by a bar owner like a week and a half ago. His name was James Scurlock. And he was killed by Jake Gardner, who claimed it was self-defense. But even after watching videos, most of the people here, including me, agree that we don't think it was self-defense at all. We don't. So people are protesting over that as well for James and also for George. And a lot of people have been holding up signs and chanting, "Klein must resign," which is our district attorney here. He's the one who basically did the press conference like a week and a half ago saying that it was self-defense. They're not going to charge Jake with anything. And, so people have been protesting. So a lot of people was out last night on 11th and Harney near the place where James Scurlock was shot, a week ago from today. Yeah, it was. Yep, it sure was. It was like Saturday night because we protested on Sunday. So it was crazy. It was crazy. So a lot of people last night, they stayed out really, really late. A lot of people want Klein out of there. They want Gene Stothert out of there. They want the police chiefs out here. Like, people here in Omaha, they want everybody to resign or get fired because they feel like, it's inappropriate things going on and a lot of people not being charged for things that they are doing, including a couple of years ago when a Native American was killed by, I think it was 3 or 4 police officers here, and they were all fired, I believe. So when we did the rally or the protest like a week ago after George Floyd and after James' death, it was people, holding up signs, talking about the police brutality here in Omaha. Police brutality has been going on everywhere. And it seems to not stop. And it seems to, like, no matter how much we rally, how much we talk, how much we protest, riot, have meetings with the police chiefs and the mayor and the governor and, pastors, preachers, everybody. It just seems like people are just dying in vain. Like, dying in vain. Like, it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. If anything, it seems like more police brutality. And just from what we're seeing on video, I think the police brutality is probably 10 times worse than what we think it is because we don't catch them all on video. So as far as George, I'm glad those other 3 people were charged. I'm glad that Derek Chauvin, that was raised to 2nd degree instead of 3rd degree. So I'm glad to hear that. And also, as far as James Scurlock here in Omaha, Nebraska, the 22-year-old black guy who was killed by the bar owner who was so-called protecting his property. Y'all just got to see the videos. And I did post them like a week ago. So y'all just got to check out the videos. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on here. But as far as James, they had said that Jake, he was going to be released. They did release him, didn't charge him from anything. They did say, just like they did with George's death, George Floyd, they did say that if more witnesses showed up, if more video footage, more proof, more evidence, then they can file charges on Jake Gardner if they thought they got enough proof that he should be charged and that it wasn't as self-defense as he claimed it was. So now they are seeking 3 witnesses. I think they found 2 of them. And I think the girl, it was 2 guys and a girl. And I think they still was looking for the girl last I heard, who were right there, because the camera footage and everything showed some individuals who was right there who could probably testify or, give more information about what went down downtown in the Old Market in Omaha last week, what ended in the death of James Scurlock. Whew, it's just so much going on. And that's why I named this, is 2021 here yet? I am so done with 2020, twin. I'm so done with 2020. Like, it can be gone, it can die, it can I'm just ready to move on to another new year. Just ready to move on. I'm hoping that these last 6 months of the year, after June is over with, I'm hoping with these last 6 months of the year that it will be better. That it would be better for everybody, for each and every one of us, because from the Rona starting last fall and shutting the nation down this, spring, early summer, kids not being able to graduate, college, high school, 8th grade, 6th grade, kindergarten, kids not preschool. I go take it all the way back, because even the preschoolers and the grade school kids, their graduation is just as important as high school and college. At least it is to me. And I'm sure if you have kids or grandkids or, niece and nephew who's looking forward to moving to the next level and having a little graduation ceremony, that's really, really special. I still have video footage and pictures of my kids graduating from preschool and kindergarten and 6th grade and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been a hell of a year for everybody, and I'm just hoping that the rest of the year turns up, or is the end of the year is more positive than what we started off with. And I do hope that the people who resulted in George Floyd's death, I really hope they are convicted to the fullest of the law. And as far as James Scurlock here, who was killed by Jake Gardner, I really hope that some more evidence comes in, because a lot of people just disagree with the findings and the conclusion of that case. So So anyway, y'all, I'm about to jump off of here. I just wanted to come at y'all for a little bit and let y'all know what was going on with me today. I didn't plan on going live. But hey, I just wanted to holler at you guys and, kick it with y'all for a minute and vent. Like I said, I mainly came on here to vent because I had to get it off my chest. But anyway, y'all, everybody, make sure you like the video, share the video if you like, but definitely like the video. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button. Thank you so very much. And in the meantime and in between time, the Hood Table Squad, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.